Today we're going to look at some color charting. So I want to show you how many variations of colors you can make just with a very limited palette. So you're going to start out making a grid, 8 blocks by 8 blocks. Each block should be at least 1 inch square. Then you're going to label your colors. Red, yellow, blue, cyan is C, M is magenta, green, orange, and violet. You're going to label them across the top and across the side going down. So when you're ready to do that, you're going to start adding those colors together. So the red and the red is just pure red. Then the next block is going to be red with some yellow in it. So you're going to change that red a little bit by adding some yellow to it. And obviously it's going to be orange, but it's kind of a red-orange. So your goal here is to think as you're working. Now I'm going to do red plus blue. You can see what's above it and what's across from it. So you're going to kind of make a violet. Now the interesting thing here is the red and the blue is going to be a little different than the red and the cyan. So it's going to be a little more violet. Then red and magenta together. So if you don't have magenta and cyan, check in with me and I'll make arrangements, or we'll do something else other than that. So now I'm looking at the red or the yellow variations. The yellow and the blue. Very green. Now yellow and green is going to be a little different. So your goal here is each time, now I know you're going to hit yellow and blue a couple different times, or yellow and cyan a couple different times, but I want each time, and you wouldn't even have to think about it, but each time your color is going to be a little different. So you're going to have a whole chart of completely different colors. So now I'm blue and red, but I already did blue and red. So this time I'm going to have more blue in it than red in it. Right? So my first row had red and blue, but this time I have more blue in it. So you can kind of set it up the way you want. But again, that red and blue together don't match at all the other reds and blues. All right, so we're just going to watch paint. Try to keep your squares somewhat sorted by not letting them bleed together. Notice I've left a white line. That's why I want them at least 1 inch by 1 inch. There's a white space in between. You can see where it didn't keep the white space, they bled together. And all the way down to the bottom with a row of violets. You can see those oranges, that big variation in oranges. And now just a slight variation in the violet because it's such a dark color. And one thing you're going to find is it's going to dry different too than it looks here. So my finished piece here has just a huge range of variations of greens and magentas and blues, and for you to use, again, you don't need to go buy all of these colors. I want you to understand how to mix them. You can see all the variations of green and the lovely variations of violet. The dried violet is just lovely. And here it is all dried up. So you're going to make your own now.